There are 5 ways to make your ex regret breaking up with you. This is Clark with Refusing to Settle. Welcome to a very special edition anti-Valentine's Day video or something like that, right? And in this video, we're going to talk about not getting in a relationship, not making a relationship great, but using the pain of being out of one. And I can relate really well to this because 2 or 3 years ago, I went through a really rough breakup with someone who I was in a long-term relationship with, and it was just, there was no bad blood, I'll leave it there, but it felt like your whole life starts over. So I can empathize with what you're going through if you searched and you clicked on this video and you're like, what is this guy gonna tell me about, a breakup or whatever? It just sucks, all right? Let's just get that out of the way. Breakups suck. They shatter an identity of who you were. But the good news is that sometimes things fall apart for them to come back better and stronger, okay? So it shattered the identity of who you were, but now you have an opportunity right now to step into a new identity of who you want to become. And so in this video, I want to give you these 5 reframes that you can use this experience. 5 things to make them regret breaking up with you. Yes, that's like a lower vibrational form, regret, and like, I'm gonna prove them wrong, and like, I'm gonna get them back and all this stuff. But if that motivates you to make a change, screw it. Who cares? These are the 5 things. Number 1, we've been talking about. This is to use it. When Mark Zuckerberg, founder of Facebook, when he got broken up with, that motivated him to create like a dating app site, right? If you've seen The Social Network, you know all about this. So imagine this, he got broken up with, he started this social media dating site, eventually spawned into Facebook, which is, billions and billions of dollar company. I don't have to tell you the rest of the story there. He used that pain to channel it and do something better, to prove them wrong. That's such a powerful motivation that you now have the power to tap into. So instead of sitting there and wallowing in pity and stuff, and just binge watching a Netflix show or something, or drinking yourself to death or whatever, or crying about it, what if you use this as your stepping stone to start making so many changes that you want to do, that you're gonna prove them wrong? Here's the other thing. If you're the same person right now, and you want to get your ex back, let's just say, for whatever reason, look, I don't really believe in getting exes back. It works sometimes, but I have my own experiences with that. I think you broke up for a reason and they're gone. They're a much dramatic way of saying they're dead to you. Forget them. Move on to the next person who deserves you. So what if instead of sitting there and wallowing, you do the second thing, which is to channel it? Now, relationships have such a deep emotion, and why you're probably hurting right now, it's because relationships tap on pretty much every need: emotional, physical, psychological, all that stuff. And it gets to our deepest rooted emotion, which is our need for love. Okay, follow me here. If you don't love a baby, they die. You don't take care of that baby, it can't take care of itself until what, age 4? It's crying out. That's what they do. They cry out for things. They need it, because if they don't get it, they die. So we need that sense of love, and that's why relationships are so hard sometimes, especially when they end. And I don't know how yours ended, or if you're watching this right now, I'm taking it that it did. But what if you were to channel that energy and fix yourself, start improving yourself? I saw an Instagram post, kind of corny, but true. It said breakups make bodybuilders. That some guys, instead of just staying stuck, and this breakup was the quicksand that started sucking me down in the spiral of depression and whatever, they channel it and they say, no, fuck that, man. And they go in the gym and they start working out, okay? Another example is you can use it to fix all the things that you don't like about yourself. Maybe superficial, maybe get more style, get a new style. Quick example, I did this. A lot of things are fixable, all right? So your appearance, let's just say. That's an easy fix to go towards if you want to make someone regret breaking up with you. It's the easiest route. It's I'll fix myself, I'll become hotter, and then they'll see what they're missing, right? I was talking to my girlfriend about this. She's like, yeah, girls, when they start working out, that's normally when they're about to leave a dude because they're trying to get hot for the next person or whatever. But before I go on that tangent, so much is fixable. This year I fixed my teeth. I used to have really jacked teeth. I still got a little one right there. For like $1,800 with like a Smile Direct thing. That's a huge fix for $1,800. I know that's quite a chunk of change, but a lot of things you think are unfixable are actually fixable, and you can make yourself better with not that much money. You can work out for physical, you can get new clothes. The other way number 3, I think, is to fall in love with yourself. Now, I know that sounds a little corny, especially if you're hurt and you're like, screw this guy on YouTube telling me to fall in love with myself. But if you're self-full, you attract other people who are self-full. That's what I've learned in life and in relationships. 10s attract 10s. You don't see a 4 with a 10. And if you do, it's because you're like, oh yeah, that old dude with a hot 20-something-year-old girl who's young. Why is she with him? He's not a 10. Well, he makes up for being a 10 in other areas, like money or fame or success or something like that. Status, okay? So 10s attract 10s. And what if you fill yourself up so full that you love yourself? That's who people want to be around. That's an upgrade. Now you're going to find someone who's better. You upgraded yourself, so you're going to attract higher caliber people to you, and you're going to have better relationships with that. So what if this breakup is really the breakthrough that you need to get to a level 10? That you need to find the level 10 person out there? That you need to become the level 10 person? This is your opportunity right now, man. So instead of sitting there wallowing, like, use it, channel it, love yourself. Because when you're full, people sense that. It's infectious because you're not a taker. If you go into relationships, what's the most repulsive thing there is? Neediness. I need you to be happy. Like, oh, I need you to take care of me. I need you. That's childish behavior. So when you fill yourself up, you work on yourself, you get yourself straightened out, you're on a mission, you don't really need other people. You want them because it's nice to walk a path together than just to do it in isolation and alone. That just gets lonely. You want to share it with people. I get it. But when you're full and you're walking down your path, that's infectious, man. And people will be drawn to you because you're a leader. And they'll want to walk alongside with you because you're not needy. You're leading the way. This next point is the hardest one to swallow. That they are dead to you. I know, not actually dead. You don't really want them dead, right? But metaphorically, they are dead to you. They don't exist. Distance yourself from them. The biggest mistake is trying to work through the breakup together. Like, I heard someone do that. I'm just like, dude, rip the Band-Aid off, man. Don't just like slowly peel it. Why hurt yourself over and over and over again? That what you had, it was great. Maybe it was good when the times were good at a certain point, but they're no longer with you anymore. So to spend energy on the past is wasted energy, because that's not going to make your future any better, your present any less painful. It's wasted energy. This is the only thing that exists, and if you want your future to be better, you got to move towards it. So they are dead to you. Now, the Buddhists have a cycle, and it's represented by that snake who's eating its tail. And so the cycle is death and rebirth, right? And there's charts of people like growing up, and then once you die, you go back into the earth, and then it starts all over again. But what's beautiful about that, and it might sound depressing, like, oh, death, that's depressing. But what's beautiful is on the other side, there's a rebirth. So you right now, there's that other side of it. Nietzsche says that what is to give light must first endure the burning. If you want to give light, if you want to shine bright, if you want to do big things, you want to improve yourself in every area, you got to go through some burning, but that's okay because there's rebirth on the other side. They're dead to you, but that also means that a rebirth happens with someone else. You're not going to be lonely forever. That's not the only one. You know, if you're a dude and you're into women, there's 3-some odd billion of them in the earth. What are the chances you've met 3-something billion people? You can't even do that. It's not even physically possible. So to get so caught up and so invested on this one person, like, oh, it's the one thing, one-itis, the disease. Not that it's not beautiful, not that you don't love the one you're with, but love is a gift, man. It's flowing. It's not trapped. All right? So, yeah, you gave love to that person, but that doesn't mean it's finite. You got a lot of love to give. You can give it to someone else who appreciates it. And you can become a better lover. Osho says that love is like the breeze. on a hot summer day. You know, it's Arizona right now, it's pretty cold, but if it was 110 degrees and I was in my house, I'd love a breeze, right? But what would I do if I loved that breeze so much that I close all the doors, I shut all the windows, just to try and trap that breeze? Well, then the very thing I loved and needed and wanted dies. The breeze is gone because I tried to hold on to it. I tried to cling it and trap it and confine it. When you try to do that to a person, if you're not in a relationship, if you go back to them, you're like, I need to trap you, I need you. That's killing the very thing that you want, the breeze, the love. And so instead, you gotta flow. You gotta give it, you just gotta express it. It's free. And give it to other people who want it. And the paradox is, the less needy you are and the less you try to go back to that person, the one-itis, right? That's the only one, the more they want you. So if you do like a no contact with them, the more they'll be like, why isn't he contacting me? What the heck? Why isn't he texting me? He should totally text me. So if you ignore them and act like this and you're doing your own thing, ironically and paradoxically, that polarizes them and attracts them to you more than if you were needy and all over. I know there's romantic images of people with boom boxes outside and like, Fiona, I'll never forget you. You were the one. And then they go happily ever after, but that's a fairy tale. It's a movie. That's not reality. Then the last tip I want to give you to make them regret breaking up with you is to plan out your next relationship right now. Okay? And this is a really cool exercise that I got from Tony Robbins. Like literally 6 degrees of separation, right? You know that principle. My friend's friend is very close business partners with Tony Robbins, and he gave him this exact same exercise. And he did it, and it worked for him. And I've done it, and I feel like it works for me with my current relationship. So I want you to do this too, okay? If you're open to it. I want you to write down on a sheet of paper, take out your journal, and I want you to write down your dream partner, okay? Start with everything physical. How tall are they? What hair they have? All the features, all right? The works. Anything's possible. Then go into emotional traits, to what do you do together? What are the conversations you have? Get as vividly detailed as you can imagine with this one person or a person you want to attract, and watch them appear. Now, on the other side of that paper, here's a catch, okay? Because you don't get stuff without giving, right? It's a catch. I want you to write who you need to become to attract that person. And this just ties it all together. Okay, so you have that dream person over here, and you have all the traits you need to be to attract that into you. And when you start putting out this vibration over here of who you need to become, you'll naturally start to attract this right here. And then pretty soon, they come into your life. Those are the 5 ways to make your ex regret breaking up with you. Now notice something. Do you notice a theme? They're all investing in you. And it's not really anything to do with them, because it's not about them anymore, man. It's about you. Make this your best year. Make this your best life. You got this. I believe in you. You can pick yourself up. You can find something even better. If you like this video, you'll love all the other ones on our channel. This is all about investing in yourself and becoming the best version of yourself, which starts when you make the decision to refuse to settle. That unlocks everything in your life. That is how you upgrade, you elevate, and you raise to a next level. All right, this is Clark with Refuse and Settle. Thank you so much. I believe in you. You got this. You're gonna crush it. Go for it and do it. Stop settling. Start living. See ya.